August with the shade. They said they ain't want no more Meek. So.
Hey yo, what's good, Shady Gang? Welcome back to another show with August with the Shade. Listen, go ahead and grab your cups, because you already know I'm about to spill the tea, and y'all know I keep the shade. Now, today's video is going to be about Nicki Minaj, Rick Ross, and Meek Mill. Let's go ahead and get into the tea. Now, Rick Ross and Meek Mill has recently been seen on a Complex podcast, and the only reason why I even noticed the podcast was because someone said that they brought up Nicki Minaj's name more than 3 times in the interview. Now, we know that's very, very believable because, you know, when you say Nicki name, you get ill press, and it seems like these two have nothing else really going on, in my opinion. So, yeah, talking about Nicki Minaj will probably bring a little bit more ratings than, you know, them talking about themselves, okay? So, the reason that we're making this video today is because I want to talk about how Rick Ross lied on Nicki Minaj. I know y'all remember a time when Rick Ross literally name-dropped Nicki Minaj's name, basically saying that he tried to warn Meek Mill about Nicki Minaj's behavior and all that other stuff.
Is it true that you warned Meek Mill about Nicki Minaj?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a fact.
But today, okay, he's singing a different tune. Rick Ross just literally admitted that he lied. You know what I'm saying? He basically admitted that he lied on Nicki Minaj because in that song, he's basically saying, I told Meek Mill to watch out for Nicki. Oh, and he says it's because of her and, you know, Meek Mill and Drake's beef. Now, I want to go ahead and break that down real quick, right? So if y'all do remember that beef back in 2014, 15, whenever it happened, right? Nicki Minaj basically took Meek Mill's side. Even though she was cool with Drake, even though her and Drake were like brothers and stuff like that, which I feel like their relationship is still tainted because of that back in the day. But Nicki took your side. Like, Nicki was on y'all side. So for you to even say to watch out for Nicki Minaj, like she's giving Drake any tea or anything like that, this is the dude that she's with. She literally took him on tour with her. So why would you even think that she's going to sit up there and try to sabotage anything that he has going on? Y'all got to use your brain.
Ask you about, on Apple of My Eye, you say, I told Meek I wouldn't trust Nicki. Instead of beefing with your dog, you just...
Ew, don't bring up that...
You know, what that line came, that was a real line. And what I was referring to was really, at the time, was Meek and Drake having differences.
Now, Rick Ross, you didn't tell everybody about all of the things that were going on in Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill's relationship back in the day. You could have came out about those things, but you chose to come out about the messy things. And the only reason, in my opinion, that y'all even brought it out was because everybody was going on Nicki Minaj about the hate train. Everybody and their mama had something to say about Nicki Minaj's performances, her body, her raps, everything. Everybody tried to pick Nicki Minaj apart in 2017. And I feel like Meek Mill and Rick Ross were a part of that, okay? And Beyonce and Jay-Z, okay? All of them played a big role in that. All of the things that they're saying about Nicki Minaj, Nicki definitely had Meek Mill's back. Y'all, if you watched the interview, you can see how they even talked about her being in front of President Barack Obama and mentioning that she wanted to, you know what I'm saying, talk to him about his cases and stuff like that. Like, girl, the man had it good with Nicki Minaj because she really had his back. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, people like Rick Ross were jealous of Meek Mill even having someone like Nicki Minaj, okay? So let's just keep it a band. Rick Ross, you ruined that whole little thing that was ever going on because even after their relationship, they were still cool. So, you know what I'm saying, Rick Ross, it was really only you. I feel like now that we are looking at what's really going on, I feel like Rick Ross has always been jealous of Nicki Minaj. He's always been jealous of Meek Mill and their relationship because when you got Maybach and Nicki's on Young Money, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that even if y'all were cool, it still was like a rivalry thing, you feel me? And Maybach Music is not even really a label. It's actually just like an umbrella. So, you know, Rick Ross always claimed the boss talk, but I don't feel like it's boss talk when you're using a woman to get views. I don't feel like it's boss talk whenever you're using a woman, you know what I'm saying, to heighten the sales of your songs, even bring in more viewers for a podcast. Girl, stop it, okay? So Meek, the legs is the only thing that we need to be worried about because that's what we're worried about. Rick Ross, nobody's really worried about you, in my opinion. I feel like that everything that you said about Nicki Minaj, you're gonna have, even if you came out and apologized, I don't think Nicki still won't mess with you because I feel like Nicki actually really liked you in real life, and I feel like you showed her behind her back that you was, you know, snaking her in any way that she probably felt about his friends not liking her, whatever. You probably was the
Anybody that name drops a female to sell 250 albums, don't ever bring them up to me again.
So anyway, Meek Mill, you can thank Rick Ross for messing up your relationship with Nicki Minaj, okay? And also your hands, because I heard you can't keep them to yourself, okay? But listen, y'all, I want to know what y'all think about Rick Ross and Meek Mill name dropping Nicki Minaj on this podcast. What is it about these men? Like, why do y'all want Nicki Minaj to like come out and embarrass y'all? Like, what is going on? But listen, I want to know what y'all think. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, y'all. I'm out.
I'm not even a man and got my in their mouth.
I was thinking about y'all. Oh, here we go. August with the shade talking about who we swinging on tonight. Why y'all got